everybody. Welcome to another edition of Teen Book Chat. I'm Stephanie, your youth and community librarian. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We really missed you last night, and last week. Last week was Holiday Monday, and we really missed chatting books with you. So I'm really excited to be here and talk to you guys about some romance books. Ooh! I picked this theme this week because sometimes you just need time to check out your brain and just read something fun and lighthearted and just get all the feels and during all of this craziness. So I thought this would be a good week to talk about romance books. And I'm going to talk about a few different categories. We're going to talk about contemporary romances, LGBT romances, some fantasy and sci-fi romances. So there should be something for you in this little book chat. And if not, you can always comment below and I can try and recommend a book for you or private message you afterwards and get some book recommendations for you. Now, before I get started in the book chatting, I just want to tell you how you can still check out books while we're closed to the public. So what you can do, there's two different ways. The first way is to call us. Our phone number is 403-502-8525. You call us and you tell us what books you want and we will schedule an appointment for you to come down to the library and pick up some books. If you don't want to call or come down to the library, that's okay. Option 2 is to download ebooks and e-audiobooks off our website. If you have a MHPL card, which you should because they're free for teens under 18, you can get books on your phone for free. So super simple, you go to mhpl.info and you're going to go to the little menu here. You're going to go ebook, books and more, and ebooks. And we have thousands and thousands of ebooks, audiobooks, comic books, magazines, all right here at your fingertips. And as I said before, library cards are free for teens under 18 living in the Medicine Hat area, so you should definitely have one. And if you need more incentive to get a library card, we're actually doing a draw right now. If you sign up for a library card on our website right now, you are entered in to win a $500 gift certificate to Co-op. Do you know how many Slurpees that is? That's like 500 Slurpees. So get your library card. The contest is just started this week, so you do not want to miss out. Awesome. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's chat books. All right, we're going to start up with some contemporary books. And as I said before, feel free to comment below if you have questions and I'll try to answer them at the end of the video or I'll get you another time. All right, so let's start with our first contemporary romance. It is called Truly, Madly, Royally by Debbie Rigaud. This is a modern Princess Diaries tale when girl meets boy and the boy is a royal prince. Zora, an African-American teen, is enrolled in a prestigious summer program and is ready to use what she's learning to change the world. Zora's not expecting to vibe with any of her super privileged white classmates, so she's shocked to find she's got chemistry with Owen, who's charming and funny and cute, and turns out to be literally a prince. As in, his parents are a king and queen of a small European country. What? Suddenly, Zora's summer is looking a lot more complicated, especially when Owen asks her to be his date at his older brother's wedding. Can her feelings for Owen, not to mention her sense of self, survive the royal chaos? This romantic comedy is full of sparkling humor and is very empowering. It's a very empowering story of ruling your own destiny. And this book is available on Libby as an ebook. It's super cutesy, it's brand new. I think it just got published recently. They're not 2019 or 2020. Super adorbs. Okay. Our next book is also a brand new book, just got published in 2020. Is 4 Days of You and Me by Miranda Keaney. This brand new swoon-worthy romance following a couple's love story on the same date over 4 years. Every May 7th, the students at Coffee County High School take a class trip. And every year, Lulu's relationship with Alex gets a little more complicated. Freshman year, they went from sworn enemies to more than friends after a close encounter in an escape room. Ooh. It's been hard for Lulu to quit Alex ever since. Travel with Alex and Lulu to New York, Six Flags, and London in this sweet and charming romance that is perfect for those who just want to turn off their brains and enjoy a fun, light read. It's so cute. You'll love it. This book is available on Libby as an ebook. And it's like the perfect quarantine book, especially if you're like sick of seeing the view around you, because you can travel virtually to London and New York and all that those cool places. I wish I could go right now. All right. So next up in our contemporary, now we're kind of shifting from girls' point of view in romances to the boys' point of view in a romance. And we have Frankly in Love by David Yoon. For fans of the All the Boys series and Nicola Yoon's writing, which happens to be David's wife, which is really cool, comes a fresh, new, and award-winning Korean rom-com about two friends and one fake dating scheme. What could possibly go wrong? High school senior Frank is a limbo, his term for Korean American kids who find themselves caught between their parents' traditional expectations and their own Southern California upbringing. His parents have one rule when it comes to romance: date Korean, which proves complicated when Frank falls for Britt Means, who's smart, beautiful, and white. So Frank turns to family friend Joy Song. Together, they come up with a plan to help each other and keep their parents off their backs. Frank thinks he's found the solution to all his problems, but when life throws him a curveball, he's left wondering whether he really knew anything about love or himself at all. This book will have you laughing and swooning and keep you guessing as to who Frank ends up falling in love with. So suspenseful. Are we Team Joy or are we Team Brit? I don't know. Who do you think he should fall in love with? It's a super cute book. It has a gorgeous cover. Yes, it really does. And if you get the physical book, which is available for big book pickup, the pages are dyed purple. They are to die for. You have to see it in person. But if you can't get it in person either, it also is available as an ebook on Libby. And I believe the sequel is coming out next year. So if you love this one, you will have another one to read very shortly. All right. So our next boy point of view in the romance is Gamer's Guide to Getting the Girl by Christine Scarrow. This book is a laugh-out-loud, geeky rom-com with plenty of video game references. Zach is used to living in a world of legendary battles, epic journeys, and life-or-death situations. As a gamer, he is hardwired for adventure, even though it's from the comfort of his parents' couch. But nothing has prepared him for battling the biggest storm in Saskatchewan's history, while trapped in the local mall. On top of everything, Zach has finally met the girl of his dreams, but he finds himself helping everyone else stay safe, while his best friend spends time with her. Dun dun dun! What Zach doesn't realize is that love always finds its way when you found the right person and are ready to risk it all to save the day. Super fun if you love video games and geeky references. It's so fun, packed full. We have lots of comments here saying that they've read it before. It's such a good one. And it's cool because it's Canadian. You can order this for book pickup or it's available on Libby as an ebook. All right, so now we're transitioning to a new romance topic. I'm going to talk about some LGBT romance novels, which there are so many good ones, so it's so hard to pick just one. But don't worry, next week we have a whole episode dedicated to LGBT novels, so stay tuned. All right, so our first one is Like a Love Story by Abdibi Nazmian. This award-winning historical romance is a love letter to queerness, self-expression, and individuality that never shies away from the ever-present fear within the queer community of the late 80s in New York. Reza is an Iranian boy who just moved to the city with his mother to live with a stepfather and stepbrother. He's terrified that someone will guess the truth he can barely acknowledge about himself. Reza knows he's gay, but all he knows of gay life are the media's images of men dying of AIDS. Judy is an aspiring fashion designer who worships her uncle Stephen, a gay man with AIDS who devotes his time to activism. Judy has never imagined finding romance until she falls for Reza and they start dating. Art is Judy's best friend, their school's only out and proud teen. He'll never be who his conservative parents want him to be, so he rebels by documenting the AIDS crisis through his photographs. As Reza and Art grow closer, Reza struggles to find a way out of his deception that won't break Judy's heart and destroy the most meaningful friendship he's ever known. This is a big-hearted, sprawling epic about friendship and love and the revolutionary act of living life to the fullest. And it's super, super, super artsy. You got a photographer, you got a fashion designer. It is such a swoon-worthy LGBT romance that's also very tragic and a really good lesson about being true to yourself. So that book is available on Libby as an ebook. Ooh, I'm very excited for this one. This book literally just came out this month. It is called Henna Wars by Abdiba Jagirdar. This book is a kind of a mashup between Dimple Rishi meets Simon versus the Homo sapiens, because in this rom-com about two teen girls who have rival henna businesses. When Nishat comes out to her parents, they say she can be anyone she wants as long as she isn't herself, because Muslim girls aren't lesbians. Nishat doesn't want to hide who she is, but she also doesn't want to lose her relationship with her family. And her life only gets harder once a childhood friend walks back into her life. Flavia is a beautiful and charismatic, and Nishat falls for her instantly. But when a school competition invites students to create their own businesses, both Flavia and Nishat choose to do henna, even though Flavia is appropriating Nishat's culture. Amidst sabotage and school stress, their lives get more tangled, but Nishat can't get quite rid of that crush on Flavia and realizes there might be more to her than she realized. This is such a perfect blend of serious and sweet, and you'll find yourself completely engrossed in the story about prejudice, culture, appropriation, and romance. It's super cute, and look at this beautiful henna. Oh, I can't even imagine what it would look like. This book is available as an e-audiobook on RB Digital. Awesome. Okay, next up, I'm going to talk about some fantasy and sci-fi romances, because there are often a lot of romance elements in fantasies and sci-fis, but what's different about these two is that the romance is the key part of the story, whereas the fantasy and sci-fi is more about the setting. So we have, first up, Lovely War by Julie Berry. This is a grown-up Percy Jackson-esque multi-layered slow burn romance set in the peerless days of World Wars I and II, where gods hold the fates and the hearts of four mortals in their hands. Dun dun dun! When immortals, Ares, god of war, and Aphrodite, goddess of love, are caught together by Hephaestus, Aphrodite's husband, the goddess of love pleads her case by spinning a tale of four mortals whose lives are entwined. They are Hazel, James, Aubrey, and Colette. A classical pianist from London, a British would-be architect turned soldier, a Harlem-born ragtime genius in the U.S. Army, and a Belgian orphan with a gorgeous voice and a devastating past. This historical fantasy fiction romance is filled with hope and heartbreak, prejudice and passion, and reveals that though war is a formidable force, it's no match for the transcendent power of love. Oh, so beautiful. So if you love Greek mythology, this is really cool romance that you kind of see a bird's eye view of these four mortals and their lives, kind of from the point of view of the gods, which is really awesome. So this book you can order to pick up at the library or download the ebook off of Libby. Friends, we only have one more book to talk about. I'm so sad. And it's a really cool one. It is called The Stars We Steal by Alexa Dunn. And I have only 4 words to describe this book. The Bachelor in Space. This is a book about 18-year-old Princess Leonie, or Leo. Engagement season is in the air. She is the heir to fated European spaceship and has only one thing on her mind. Which lucky bachelor can save her family from financial ruin? But when Leo's childhood friend and first love, Elliot, returns as the captain of a successful whiskey ship, everything changes. Elliot was the one who got away. The boy Leo's family deemed to be unsuitable for marriage. Now he's the biggest catch of the season, and he seems determined to make Leo's life miserable. But old habits die hard, and as Leo navigates the glittering balls of the Vogue season, she finds herself falling for her first love in a game of love, lies, and past regrets. Fans of Kira Cass's The Selection series will be dazzled by this world of lost love and royal intrigue. Yay! And it's actually kind of cool because it is also a fairy tale retelling. I believe it's a Persian fairy tale that the author got the concept of this idea for and put it in space, which is really cool. Yeah, The Bachelor in Space. How could you say no? This book is available on Libby as an ebook. And that's it, friends. That's all the books I had today. I hope you maybe found a new book that you will check out. We kind of covered some different aspects of the romance genre, contemporary from both the girls' point of view and the boys' point of view, some LGBT love stories, some fantasy and sci-fi love stories. There's a whole range of books that you can check out that in this romance series, in the romance genre. If you want some more specific recommendations, DM us, and I'd love to give you some more recommendations. Tune in next week, like I hinted before, because next week is already June. Where did the time go? And June is Pride Month, yay! So we're going to talk about some LGBT books. So if that's something of interest to you and you really like that segment of this episode, you'll want to stay tuned for next week. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We miss you all so much. I miss you all. I miss you coming in the library and saying hi. Whoa, what happened here? There we go. Camera. Okay, we will see you soon. Stay safe, friends, and don't forget, get your library card and enter to win $500 gift card to Co-op and get those 500 slushies. All right, bye, friends. Have a good night.